Hello, boys and girls. You're going to be doing something today at home that's a little bit different than what we normally do. The first thing you're going to have to do is get your skip counting book. You should have this. I dropped this off for most people. A few of you may not have it. If you don't have it, you can copy the pages. If you can't copy the pages, don't worry about it. We'll work on it in class. But most of you should have this book. I dropped them off. So you're going to turn to your first page. You're going to need to get a pencil and some colored pencils. I got my pencil and I have some colored pencils. I'd recommend you use light colors. I'm going to use a red. I think I'm going to use a light blue. And I think I'm going to use a light green. Also, how hard you bear down, how hard you push will make it, you can make it lighter by not pushing down as hard. So here's my chart. The first chart that I'm going to work on is my twos chart. You can see it says 2 times blank equals blank. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to write down 2. This is the twos chart. I'm going to skip counting 2, starting at 0. This would be 0 right here off the page. So 0, 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to start with red. Of course, I drop it as I'm telling you about it. And I'm going to color that in red. I'm going to go over it really light. If you're not sure, you might want to skip count and make a circle with a pencil first to be doubly sure. So 4, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you may see a pattern starting here. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see what that pattern is. When you see the pattern, you can use that pattern to help you color in the numbers. But please be sure that the pattern really exists. Some of these numbers, when they get bigger, you'll think you have a pattern, and the pattern may not be what you think it is. Color them in lightly to start with. You can always go back and be neater later. I'd like these to look pretty neat when you're done. I don't want to see a lot of lines outside of your boxes. If you go over them light and you have a problem, it's hard to erase colored pencils, but it's a little bit easier to erase it if you've done it lightly. When you're done coloring them all in, you're going to go down to the bottom and you're going to fill in all of the chart, all the equations that match the chart. So this is 2. That's 1, 2. So that's 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 8. And you're going to keep doing that for the entire chart. When you're finished with that, you're going to go to this page, and this says, what do you notice about the highlighted on the, it should say highlighted numbers on the twos chart? Are there any patterns? Well, there probably are. And I gave you some words down here in a word bank to help you. Even, odd, diagonal, increase, digit, factor, multiple, add, decrease. Those can help you. See if you can come up with at least 2 things you notice, 2 patterns you notice in the numbers. You're also going to do your fours chart. This is your fours. And then you're going to have to skip a page. Go to the next page. I'd like you to do your fives chart. And I'd like you to skip ahead and do your eights chart. Make sure that you're doing the right chart. You can tell it's the eights chart because it says 8 times. So I would go up and put 8 at the top. I did put something on there. If you don't have your skip counting book, most of you will. If you don't, you can copy it. I've also put a link on there to a Google slide where you won't be coloring them in, but you can look and write about the patterns you find. So hopefully most of you, I dropped these off at your homes, will have these. If you don't, you can make a copy of it. You can print up a copy. And if you can't print up a copy, you can go to the Google slide link. Awesome. I look forward to seeing your work.